Have you ever had one of those days where you get out in the water and the first hour you're just catching fish left and right, and then you make a move or change something and the bite just stops? Well, in today's episode, we're going to talk about recognizing patterns when you're out bass fishing, how to recognize all the factors that can help you have a good, long, successful day of bass fishing. Stay tuned. Shane Flynn Outdoors, brought to you by Omnia Fishing. Experience the most personalized tackle shopping on earth. And by MMA Fishing, fight the bite. And by Lead Time Batteries, the ultimate power solution for your boating needs. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! What a big girl! Today we're talking about patterns in bass fishing. And what is a pattern? It's all the factors that come into play determining how you're catching fish. Some of those factors are water temperature, the weather, the depth that you're fishing, the color of your lure, and the structure that you're focused on to catch bass. There you go. Where you at, buddy? Nice 2-pounder. All right, now we're on the board. You hungry? You hungry? And you are fat, buddy. You're one fat bass. Get the pliers here. Nice chunker, man. These bass are so fat. Feeding up on those shad. Nice 2.5-pounder. Fishing down in about 12, 14 feet of water. Got some overcast. I was out here last night. This is kind of a continuation. I have overcast skies this morning. So I got out here where I left off yesterday. And, or last night. I fished till dark. As you've seen in the video. Kind of my theme was, when do you change colors? And part of my conversation was, you know, when you have low light conditions in clear water, it's a good time to change to a darker color. And it was very apparent last night when I went to the darker worm versus a green worm. The bass just hammered it. So I'm already putting my pattern together. The overcast skies is a factor, for sure. The color of my lure, which is a dark June bug color, in the clear water with overcast made a huge difference, as well as the water temperature and the depth. The water temperature is 82 degrees and the depth is 12 to 14 feet of water. Oh, that's a big one. Bigger. Man, he hit that hard. He's only a 2-pounder. Boy, he nailed that worm. Boy, I barely got him hooked too. And I got him hooked good. Another nice 2.5-pounder. Fat as can be. All these bass are so fat. He's tearing them up at this big June bug worm today. Loving it. So it's 28 August, so it's pretty warm outside still. I think it's in the low 80s when this was getting filmed, and the water temperature, like I said, is 82.5 degrees. I think one of the key components to this pattern that I put together is understanding not only the depth that I'm fishing in, which is 12 to 14 feet of water, but the structure that I'm fishing around. So I'm focused on the edge lines of the weeds or the moss in this lake. On the edge of the moss, down deep, you have a lot of weeds sticking up and growing up in fingers where the bass can lay in there and ambush prey. The closer you get to the bank, the weeds are all smooth and mashed together, if you will, where bass don't have pockets to ambush prey. So they go deeper where they can get in those areas to ambush prey as it comes by. And I'm just swimming my worm down there in that 12 to 14 feet trying to find those bass. And you know you're in a good pattern when you get those back-to-back bites like we're about to get right here. Another one. Whoa. Oh, whoa. Back to drag off a little. You're not that big. Another 2.5, almost 3 pounds probably. Oh yeah. Yeah. That's back-to-back cast, I think. Pretty close. He's down there on the bottom. He's a little more yellow than that other bass I just caught was. Another nice one. Another nice 2.5, almost 3 pounder. These cloudy skies, boy, makes a difference. It's August 28th. It's hot. The water temperature is 82 degrees. And boy, these bass are eating. Overcast makes a huge difference. I don't know how much longer it's gonna last. I see blue coming through. Probably soon as the sun comes out, this bite will probably go away. So one of the things that you have to also consider is your bait presentation. Now I'm fishing the big 10-inch zoom worm, which I commonly fish with down in the weeds. But what I've particularly noticed on this day was the bass would not hit the worm if it was setting still. They would only hit it when it started to move. And that's a factor you have to consider in your pattern. That's a hammer. Net on this one. Definitely gonna need net on this one. He fought like he's 10 pounds. He's just a 4-pounder. But I'll take a 4-pounder. And he inhaled. Easy, buddy. He inhaled this worm. I mean, he almost has it swallowed. He's about 3.5 pounds. Right at 3. 3.25. We'll let him go. Another nice bass. I mean, he wanted that. He wanted this June bug worm. So my last recommendation for you when you're thinking about your pattern is, once you get on a good pattern, you recognize it, stick with it. If it's not broke, don't try to fix it. There you go. Oh, 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 oh. Come on. You can give it up. Oh, another nice 3-pounder. You can give it up too, buddy. Man, this, you weren't just, hey, about 2 3/4. Just nice football bass. Big fat bass. I don't know how many this is today, but I'm enjoying it while I can. Thank you, Mr. Bass. Enjoy catching them while you can, because some days it's a grind, right? But I've got this pattern down. I mean, down. And when you get on a good pattern, you want to stay on a good pattern, right? Hey everybody, that's going to do it for today. The sun's coming out and the overcast is going away and the bass has slowed way down. But we had about 4 hours out here this morning of catching a lot of fish. I think I caught 10 to 15, not sure on the count, but caught quite a few, no monsters, but a lot of those 2 and 3 pounders, which were just fun to catch. We recognized the pattern today. It was 15 feet in the deep weeds with a darker colored lure. The overcast had a part to do with it. So that pattern really paid off. And when you're out there fishing and looking for your patterns, understanding all the factors that put your pattern together can help you have a successful day fishing like we had today. Well, hey everybody, thanks for tuning in. Until next time, tight lines and have fun fishing.